Owsley.
Oh, that's Brand.
That's the A. According to. Welcome, everybody. Sorry, we were on the wrong Zoom. It took us a few minutes to figure that out when we realized none of you were here and we knew you were coming. So thank you.
Oh, now we have to make sure we can hear you, so give us just 1 second.
Yeah. Mary, can you unmute yourself?
I am unmuted now.
We can hear you, thanks.
We can hear all of you who are unmuted. Welcome, everybody. Why don't I call the meeting to order since we have a quorum? And that quorum is the three of us. We will use, do you want to take minutes, Mary, or do you want us to use the AI meeting agent and then?
I asked Jesse if he would take minutes because I am not going to stay for the whole thing.
Okay, Jesse, can you use this AI chat meeting minute guide? It does minutes and then you can just look at them and edit it.
Do I have to do something to make it do that?
It should be already on.
It's already on, I think, Jesse.
Yeah,
So it's gonna
Just
take notes automatically.
and the other thing is you can watch the recording.
yes.
Okay.
Oh. All right, well, I called the meeting to order at 7:04. And we have Mary Niebling and Jesse Cooper, is that correct? And Janice Warifin present, and Seth is absent, and Will is here because he's been a part of the Barish hearings. So I'm wondering if we have any agenda adjustments. So yes.
I was hoping that we could make any votes so I could leave early. So
Yes.
could we adjust the agenda so that would be possible?
Well, the continuance of the hearing is first,
Okay,
which and then we can put the meeting minutes next. And then after that, we're gonna set a hearing date, and that's all the business we have. So we'll do those three things first, and then if we have any other business, it won't be anything we need to vote on.
okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, great. So I will call the continuance hearing for the estate of Robert Barish, major subdivision. I will call it to order the continuance, and we have more people coming in. Do you guys want to sign in?
Well,
You
I just
have a-
started with Janet, but
And then you'll sign in the other people that are in attendance.
I got them.
Okay. So, we heard from Heather that the hearing is to be continued. Heather, did you want to say anything else? Why don't you speak on behalf of the estate?
Yes, I'd like to ask for another continuance, if I may. Last time we continued because there was a concern about access to the property, and there was a motion before the probate court that was unresolved and going to mediation. We went to mediation and it's still unresolved, and it's still unresolved in the probate court. So I'd like to continue further, please.
Would you like a 1 month or 2 months? What do you see? Are you meeting regularly? Where do you see?
I think 2 months.
All right, so that date would be, I'll look at my calendar. That's gonna be August 13th. I can make that hearing date. So I'll make a motion that we continue the estate of Robert Barish hearing to August 13th.
I second.
Thank you, Mary. Everybody support that? Say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I,
Great. So there you go. Any other comments on that, Heather?
No, thank you.
All right. All right, then we'll just continue the hearing. Thanks for showing up.
Thank you.
Yes. Have a good day and a good time, good month.
Thank you.
Good
You too.
summer.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
I did put this into evidence. The stuff that came from, what's his name?
The wetlands stuff.
I did,
So
put
that
it-
we-
it's into evidence and they've seen it, yes. So it's part of the record,
Perfect.
okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, so, why don't we go ahead and do the meeting minutes next, since that is a decision, Mary, that you want to be a part of. Thank you for writing the minutes.
You're
And I read
welcome.
them, and I noticed they were, and there was adjustments to both from Jesse and Seth, so I will make a motion to adopt the minutes.
Second,
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we've done that. So the third thing on the agenda is to set a hearing date for a new application we've received from, Winooski Valley Co-op owners and the Plainfield Granary LLC applicant of change of use. So we need to set a hearing date for that. Does everybody feel like next month will work for them? That is July 9th. That's our regular scheduled meeting.
yes.
That works for me. I will be on Zoom.
That's right, you spend. Okay, the 9th. I have a meeting at 3. Hopefully it won't go till 7, so yes. 7 PM DRB meeting.
I'm curious to know whether or not it's for a historical site review, a community facility, a 4 apartments, no, 1 apartment, 4 offices. I don't know if you want to do a site
Visit,
Visit,
oh, yeah, I think a site visit's a great idea. It will help us understand the landscape of what they're applying for. So I cannot make one that day though, unfortunately. Because of my 3 o'clock meeting, which might go for several hours. I mean, I just don't wanna, I mean, you guys could do it without me if I don't come.
Well, if we did one at 6,
Yeah, 6, let's try.
I won't be able to be there. I was wondering if we could do something like July 2nd, because I'll be in town then.
day is up.
That's a Wednesday, the Wednesday before. I can do that. I teach until 4 that day or 5, but I could do a 6 o'clock.
That will work for me.
Jesse,
I think I can do that.
let's do that. That makes my life less full on that
Okay, so
evening
July 2nd, 6 o'clock,
Site
site
visit.
visit, okay,
at the co-op.
yep. That probably only needs a 7-day warning, so we'll be fine. I think we can, if I get right on it, we can get all this warning in. And then,
Okay.
and it's July, what's the next one?
So July 2nd is the site visit, July 9th is the hearing.
Okay, good.
Do we need to like warn that?
All that, yes.
Got it.
That's between me and them. That's in my paperwork.
Okay.
Yes. So we did that. Is there any other business to come before the board?
I only want to give you a report.
Great, so Mary, you're welcome to stay for the report or sign off, whatever you need.
Okay, thank you.
So, Karen,
Just wanted to give you a heads up, I had got several, good lord, excuse me. I got several permits. From Stoddard, SPE LLC, and then there's Executive Suite
Suites, yeah.
LLC, and then there's another one. There's a lot of different entities that got it. I received a permit
application,
permit application, for blanket permits for buildings based on whether they're non-residential or residential. I didn't get a very good site plan. I returned it as incomplete. But I also explained that the town of Plainfield historically has not given blanket permits. And that every building, such as like 16 Main that we did, we say what specific building business is in the building. So I sent back a nice little document, which, all the names of all the different buildings, whether they're asking for residential or non-residential. Is it on the historic
register,
registry?
which some of them are.
Which some of them are. I also asked for what Goddard was using the buildings for and what the proposed use of the buildings are for these different entities. So,
Goddard's not there anymore, so.
well,
right?
because the thing is,
So what are you calling Goddard?
But the problem is they made one of their, it's the Goddard College and then there's the Goddard campus, which is under these three umbrellas. Ledgework, Executive Suite, and Goddard SPE.
Okay, so Goddard SPC.
SPD. So I'm just saying that we're in contact. I'm working with a specific person to try to figure out all the permitting. The new language for, is a reuse. And so now that that's, there's all this kind of, figuring out how to make it work.
And our new zoning regs that we revoted it into existence, is it adequate? Does it have what it made Goddard a part of the village district, correct? That's
Mhm.
part of what it did. So then it can create, it's not asking to subdivide, it's wanting to just reuse the campus, which it can do now as a part of the village, because it can use these buildings for village uses like commercial and the breadth of things that are permitted in the village, which is greater than in rural
The
residential,
only
things like that.
difference is, and maybe Will can explain a little bit better, but the difference is typically it's one building or one or two buildings on a piece of property. We now have a former campus with a lot of buildings.
Well, maybe we could use a PUD structure for it.
I'm
Well,
thinking that
no,
I'm thinking that that's not what they would like to do. Will, can you comment more on this process?
Yeah, I think, well, the planning commission had a meeting with, the lawyer who's representing, Goddard, and he also helped set the zoning in the town of Poultney for the Green Mountain College. And what they did is they made the college a separate zone where you could have, whatever happened at the college would be an accepted use going forward. And that would be great, but we don't have that. We have a single property that was the former Goddard College with multiple buildings and multiple uses on one piece of property. And I think Karen's method of saying, we just need to have the use of what those properties are. It could be on one permit with multiple uses. It could be multiple permits. What we don't want to do is make life really hard for Karen or Goddard. The town's interest is what's there, what's the use. If it's going to be like like it would be, treat it like it would be in the village. If it's a cafeteria, what are the hours? If it's an event facility, what are the hours? And just treat all those uses like they were just smack dab in the middle on Main Street in the village for conditional uses.
right, so it would be a conditional use permit, correct?
It would be, yeah, for most things, it would be conditional use permits, and you could do them all, you could do, list 10 of them at once. If they knew what 10 buildings were used for, put those all down, put the uses down, whatever conditions you want to attach to those buildings in terms of use, in terms of neighbors, in terms of hours of operation, it would be the same conditional use as it would be in the village. The lawyer for Goddard might see that as a bit burdensome, but I don't see how, unless we do what Poultney did and make it sort of a very special case, that campus, which we may be able to do at some point, but it's not what we have now. They want to do these things. They want to basically have these operating soon. So I think Karen's method makes the most sense.
I don't think we should make an exception for them because they're not a school.
No. Well, they might define themselves as an educational facility again, but even if they were a school, it doesn't matter. A school is a conditional use, I
Right,
mean,
exactly. Yeah.
they're permitted uses, and those are done. And whatever is a conditional use and in a historic building, just treat it like it was a historic building, in Plainfield with a conditional use. And you'll be doing multiple ones at once and attach them to one permit or
It sounds
whatever,
good.
however Karen thinks it's easiest to administer on the town's end.
That sounds, that's reasonable. That
Yeah.
sounds reasonable.
And my thought really is that every building would have a specific assigned use, and if they wanted to change it, like, for example, right
They
now,
have to.
there's two, they have lots of leases, and there's only three I kind of know a lot about. And one of them is two of them are residential care homes, and one of them is actually an educational
Oh,
facility.
great.
So I'm trying to work with Tim, the guy who I'm talking to, about let's get those permitted.
Permitted.
And they would, and that would be very easy because, we of course have to do a conditional use for the educational facility. But, with this new, anything that's like a permitted use, I can do that.
Like the residents.
That kind of stuff, the residential care home is a permitted
Permitted
use.
use.
With this new language that I believe that the select board has set a hearing date. I believe.
Yes, yes, they set a date.
Right, so anything that's a 4-unit multi-family building is a permitted use now that I.
Oh, great. That
So there's
streamlines things.
So a lot of things can be easily done, it's just the conditional use, and as Will said, the lawyer would like to avoid having a lot of conditional use hearings, because that's sort of as well.
It's a lot of time and energy on everybody's part,
Yeah.
so if he could lump them together like Will's suggesting, that makes a lot of sense.
That you'd have a larger hearing, but it wouldn't be all these individual permits coming in.
No, it'd be one permit for multiple conditional uses on the one property with multiple buildings.
Yes,
That makes a
and
lot of
with
sense.
their, whatever use they're,
Yeah.
whatever. So I got a really good response from the individual that I'm working with, so I'm thinking that they're kind of willing to take that process. So, we're in communication and we're working at trying to find a solution that works for the town, for Goddard, so that's what we're doing.
Great, thank you
Yeah.
for that.
Great.
Wondering who. So, Chris, we see that you're here for the setting the hearing. And we did already set that, and we can tell you what that is, so hopefully it works for you, otherwise we could change it. So Wednesday, June 2nd at 6 o'clock, we set a site visit.
Or July.
Excuse me, July 2nd, right, it's already past June 2nd, July 2nd. You've been planting tomatoes or something?
Wednesday, July 2nd.
What time? 6 o'clock for a site visit.
Okay.
And then the following Wednesday, July 9th, which is our regular scheduled meeting time at 7:05.
Yeah.
We will hold your hearing.
And I've been in contact mostly with Aiden.
Yeah.
And I'll be giving her the information about where you have, the hearing and where you have to send the, hearing notices to, et cetera. That'll have to be happening pretty soon, because we have to give 15 days for the hearing date. So, and then I have to give it 20 days before you, so I'll be getting it to you guys soon.
Yeah. She may be on her way here.
Well, it's pretty,
Y'all are
yeah.
clear on what we're trying to do.
say it again.
You're clear on what we're trying to do.
Well, we see that you're applying for offices, 3 offices on the first floor and 1 apartment and a commercial kitchen and a second floor community facility with 1 office and storage.
Yeah.
That's what we're seeking.
Kitchen, down the road.
But you might as well apply for it now if you got 1 permit, right?
And then like center.
That's great. Yeah, so I think the site visit will just help us to,
Yeah.
see how you're gonna break up the space to be able
That'd
to
be awesome. I'd love
work
to.
with the permit application. So, yeah. That's pretty straightforward, yeah? Thank you. Congratulations.
Did you,
Yeah.
One step at a time. I know how that is. Any other business to come before the DRB this evening? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Jesse seconded, I heard that. And all in favor say, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is the shortest
Wow.
meeting
It's
we've
just-
had in forever.
It's the influence of the planning commission showing up.
No, it's the note taker.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Mary. Good
Yeah,
night.
thanks, everybody.
All right.
All right.
So Chris, I hung the permit sign?
Yes. I
All
saw
right,
it.
and-
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I just